Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to Southminster United Church. My name is Roland Graham. I'm the artistic director of this concert series, now in its 14th season. Alive and well after so many years of concerts. Thanks in large part to you folks for being here to support the series each week with your presence predominantly, but also your donations. And thanks also to the folks at Southminster, the staff and volunteers of the church who work tirelessly behind the scenes and in some cases in the front of the scenes to make the concerts happen. And welcome to viewers who are tuning in remotely to watch the live stream on YouTube. You all know that these concerts, I think you all know these concerts are streamed live to the net, which makes it a special bonus. You can watch them from wherever you happen to be if you want to tune in and you're not able to be here. And indeed, you can watch them afterwards as concerts. They stay on the Dom's YouTube page as an archive. So it's great to be able to revisit moments that you thought were particularly special, or to be able to share them with people or take them in at another time. And of course, you can do that from anywhere in the world. So thanks for joining us today, and thanks to Mike Mullen, who's been here since we started doing that back during the pandemic, never having missed a single week. So today's artists are long-standing friends of mine and also of Southminster's that are performing here today as a duo for the first time somehow. Although they've been prolific performers, both of them, in the region for many years, longer, in fact, than I've been in Ottawa, which isn't all that long, but it's long enough. Fraser Rubens is a noted cardiac surgeon in Ottawa, and he has a very distinguished career in that field, but he's also a trained tenor, and a very well-trained tenor, but more than his wonderful training, he's also a very talented tenor. And he's had a lot of experience singing opera and musical theater and art song and recitals, and has joined forces with Carol Wiebe, who is a pianist with high-level conservatory training in her background before she too opted to pursue medicine. And the two of them formed the Concert Docs. In fact, after a concert that happened here at Southminster some years ago that they were performing in together, I was reminded of that just as we were chatting before the concert. It was a performance of mine, actually. We did Carmina Burana, and Carol was one of the pianists, and Fraser was the tenor soloist. And so it was here at this church that they became acquainted and chatted and said, hey, we should, get together and maybe make something of this. And that was many years ago. So they've been maintaining this duet and growing it and expanding its charitable ventures since. Their concerts are all with a charitable venture in mind and raising money for different things, and today's concert is no exception. They have generously agreed to donate their fees to the series to support its ongoing survival, and so I thank them for that and for the example they show. It's so important to have that kind of patronage. Absolutely. They'll tell you more about their program and the music. Oh, false alarm. They'll tell you more about the pieces that they're singing in a few moments, and potentially other important and relevant details about their projects. I want to thank them for finally, after all of these years, making it to perform here on this stage, and to be able to use this wonderful Steinway and to be able to play and sing for all of you. Remember, it's your free will offerings that keep the series alive. We gratefully receive those and use them to cover all the costs. And as you know, there's concerts here every week, excluding, I think, we even have a concert on Christmas or Christmas Eve. Christmas Eve, I think it is this year. And then we'll skip a week for New Year's, but then every week until the end of June. So even if you can't remember what's happening, you know that there's a concert here. So thank you for being here. Please join me in welcoming our artists to the stage, Fraser and Carol. Thank you.
I did not know. No word of yours can break the secret true. Your eyes have told me, and I whisper low. And know that I am one with love and you. Your eyes have told me that your heart is mine, and now no word of doubt shall darkly fall. For I have found a sweet and holy sign. For I have found a sweet and holy sign. Your eyes, dear heart, have told
Good afternoon, everybody. Thank you so much, and thank you, Roland, for the wonderful opportunity to join you in this prestigious building. And it is true that this is actually where Concert Docs was born, when Carol and I met on the stage of Carmina Burana. That first song, Your Eyes Have Told Me, was one of the famous songs penned by the Canadian composer Geoffrey O'Hara, who was born in Chatham, Ontario in 1882. He subsequently moved to the US to join vaudeville at the turn of the century, and he contributed to the American war effort in World War I, teaching patriotic songs to American soldiers. He actually was commissioned by the Wilson administration to compose the current version of the Star-Spangled Banner. Regardless, I hope he remained a Canadian at heart, as he actually trained as an officer at RMC in my hometown of Kingston. This next song transports me back to a different time period of my youth and of my mother's family, who heralded from Toronto. Claude Graves wrote the campy piece to mark the advent of hydro in Toronto and the dramatic changes it had on the love life of young people. I wasn't old enough to witness that transformation. I'm old, but I did experience the wonderful opportunity of hearing the great Canadian soprano Mary Lou Fallis, who's our operatic comparison to Victor Borge. And she sang this often in concerts. And if you get the chance, you can hear her perform this piece on her great album, Prima Donna on a Moose.
Strolling through the park, strolling after dark, while the moon is peering through the hilltops, strolling with the girl who has a mortgage on your heart, who pierced it through with Cupid's little dart. In the fragrant breeze, there beneath the trees, someone whispers, "Dearie, how I love you." Then to be a tease, her hand you gently squeeze. Oh, what joy, what bliss to hold her in your arms and kiss. But, oh, what a difference when the hydro came. Cozy little corners don't seem quite the same. Everywhere a light now is shining bright. Oh, can't tell day from night. And when you go a-strolling with your lady love, don't forget the hydro shining bright above. You daresn't try to kiss her, the hydro is to blame. Oh, oh, what a difference when the hydro came. Now all lovers true of the past no longer seem a lark, for there's no place for spooning in the dark. It is sad but true, everyone feels blue, and their hearts will never be contented. Hydrolight's to blame, and it just seems a shame. Think of joys you've missed, there used to be a chance to kiss. But, oh, what a difference when the hydro came. Cozy little corners don't seem quite the same. Everywhere a light now is shining bright. Oh, can't tell day from night. And when you go strolling with your lady love, don't forget the hydro shining bright above. You daresn't try to kiss her, the hydro is to blame. Oh, oh, what a difference when the hydro came.
I've been honored over the years to have worked with wonderful Canadian composers, and my mixed career path has not infrequently led them to compose pieces dedicated to me. I love this piece by Peter Willsher, a noted Canadian composer, and it's a totally nonsense and reminds me of something from Alice in Wonderland. But it has been delightful fun for Carol and I to resurrect this piece and present it to you. We hope you enjoy The Old Man as much as we have enjoyed bringing it to life, and don't try and figure it out.
Nothing to relate. I saw an aged man sitting on a gate. Who are you, aged man? I said, and how is it you live? And his answer trickled through my head like water through a sieve. He said, I search for butterflies that sleep amongst the wheat. I make them into mutton pies and sell them in the street. I sell them unto men, he said, who sail the stormy seas. And that's the way I make my bread, a trifle, if you please. But I was thinking of a way to dye one's whiskers green, and always have so large a fan that they may not be seen. So having no reply to give to what the old man said, I cried, come tell me how you live, and thumped him on the head. His accent now took up the tale, he said, I go my ways, and when I find the mountain rill, I set it in a blade. And thence they make the stuff they call Roland's Macassar oil, yet 2 halfpenny is all they give me for my toil. But I was thinking of a way to feed oneself with batter, and so go on from day to day, getting a little fatter. I shook him thence from side to side until his face turned blue. I cried, come tell me how you live and what it is you do. I sometimes dig for button crabs or set on twigs for crabs. I sometimes search the grassy knolls for wheels of well-worn cabs. And that's the way he gave a ring by which I make my wealth. And very gladly too I drink your honour's noble health. Then for I had just completed my design to keep the men I bridged from rust by boiling it in wine. I thanked him thus for telling me the way he got his wealth, but chiefly for his wish that he might drink my maiden health. And now if e'er by chance I stick my finger into a glue, or madly thrust my right hand foot into my left hand shoe, and if I drop upon my toe a very heavy weight, I weep, for it reminds me of the man I used to know.
We'd like now to present two songs by Québécois composers. The first is Mon Bouquet by Achille Fortier. Monsieur Fortier was born in 1864 in eastern Quebec, and he studied music in Montreal and Paris. His composition output is considered moderate, but that's mostly because much of his work was unfortunately destroyed in a massive fire. The second piece is Le Souvenir by the composer Guillaume Couture, who was born in 1851. He was a choir master in Montreal and Paris and a composer of note with oratorial and orchestral works, and he was an impactful teacher for scores of talented Québécois singers.
sa cause sache pourquoi. Il revient ce vieux hôte à lequel on y foi, et qu'on a mal revoir toujours, quoi qu'on dise. Il s'assied près du feu, puis il parle tout bas, sans une rime triste de très ancienne chose. Puis il compte perdu dans ses rêves moroses. Le nombre des absents qui ne reviendront pas. Mais brusquement tout près, il entend sonner l'heure de ce geste qui se lève et de l'ombre repart. Oui, mais il reviendra plus tard, encore plus tard, plus lassé, plus meurtri, la vieille hôte qui pleure.
The lyrics for the next song, Duna, were written by the Canadian writer and poet Marjorie Pickthall. Although she was born in England, she came to Canada at the age of 7. She published over 200 stories and approximately 100 poems. She was raised in Toronto, moved back to England, and then returned to finish her life in BC on the Sunshine Coast. We like to think about her return from a fictional place as the basis for this song, Duna.
When I was a little lad with folly on my lips, fain was I to journeying o'er the sea in ships, but now the southern swell every dawn I hear the little streams of Duna running clear, the little streams of Duna running clear. When I was a young man, before my beard was grey, all to ships and sailormen I gave my heart away. But I'm weary of the sea wind, I'm weary of the foam, and the little stars of Duna call me home. The little stars of Duna call me home. The little stars of Duna call me home.
Are you feeling proud yet? Wonderful, wonderful Canadian music, and very special. This next song is probably one of the most famous compositions of the great Canadian singer-songwriter Ian Tyson. In 2005, CBC listeners christened the song as the greatest Canadian song of all time. I have a special connection to the song as it was a favorite of my grandmother, and I had the honor to sing it at her funeral many years ago. The arrangement is by Ottawa's own Frédéric Lacroix. Many of you know him as a foundation for the Ottawa music community. Ladies and gentlemen, Four Strong Winds.
Some friends that I could go to working for. Still I wish you'd change your mind if I asked you one more time. But we've been through this 1,000 times or more. Seven seas that run high, all these things that don't change, come what may. The good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way. Seven seas that run dry, all these things that don't change, come what may. The good times are all gone, and I'm bound for moving on. I'll look for you if I'm ever back this way.
John Greer is a famous pianist and vocal coach at the Glenn Gould Studio in Toronto and also, I think, in the University of Kentucky. He's a penchant for humor and penning tongue-in-cheek compositions that harken back to his youth growing up in Western Canada. I didn't know about this piece until one of my residents from Saskatchewan, oh, hi, Robert, started saying Sooky, Sooky, Soo, and I didn't know what it meant. Anyway, the song cycle of Sarah Binks includes this piece that obviously could have been sung in Saskatchewan on the farm. So this one's for you, Robert.
Daybreak calling loud and sweet and clear. I was hiding in the turnips with a cricket in my ear. A miller moth in one ear and a cricket in the other. But I heard your dear voice calling to the piglets and their mother. Rising, falling, loud and long and sharp and shrill, calling Sooky, 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 to the piglet on the hill. Hi, Sooky! Oh, Sooky! Hi, Sooky! Oh, Sooky! Come and get your swill. Oh, I've hid among the turnips, and I've hid between the stooks, with barley burrs still down my back and beetles in my boots. But I've seen you in the dwindling, and I've seen you in the rain, with an armful full of kindling when you fell and rose again. I've seen you plodding through the dust and plugging through the wet. And at night, beneath the windowsill, I've seen your silhouette. But Sooky, 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 I never can forget. Hi, Sooky. Oh, Sooky. Hi, Sooky. Oh, Sooky. Come and get your pep. And oh, I think I'll hide again for just the sight of you, and hear your own sweet voice again call Sooky, Sooky, Soo. Hi, Sooky. Oh, Sooky. Come and get your stew, Sooky. Come and get your goo, Sooky. Sooky, Sooky, Soo.
Thank you, all of you, and thank you, Robert, for your good humor. I just imagine next time you scrub with me, he's going to say, "Sir, what's a Sooky?" John Greer wasn't just a wonderful comedic composer. He also took time to create music from wonderful lyrics, and this is from a famous Robbie Burns song.
That newly sprung in June, my love is seas gang dry, till all the seas gang dry, my dear, till all the seas gang dry, and I will love thee still, my dear, till all the seas gang dry. Gang dry, my dear, and the rocks melt with the sun, and I will love thee still, my dear, till the sands of life shall run. But fare thee well, my only love, and fare thee well awhile.
As I mentioned, I've had the honor of performing various new compositions by Canadian composers throughout my career. I first met James Wright many years ago singing a world premiere of one of his works as a soloist with one of the choirs in Ottawa. James' contributions to Canadian music are legendary, and he was the recipient of the King Charles III Medal for contribution to music in Canada this year. It's a pleasure to sing this work, Quilled Sonnet, which I first heard last year performed by my dear friend, the great Canadian soprano, Monica Huisman. I'm glad we had the chance to work this piece so that I could truly understand how the poetry renders complete our passion to make music.
Can I do while I am breathing? Was I not born to shape the earth? gets.
We'd like to thank you for coming here today and experiencing Canadiana, celebrating Canadian composers and librettists who have described what it means to be Canadian. Proud, confident, and full of empathy and love for our neighbors and our families. We will leave you with a charming song that was originally referred to as the Caribou Gold Rush song, arranged by the great Canadian composer John Beckwith. Young Man from Canada. Thank you.
I'm a young man from Canada, some 6 feet in my shoes. I left my home for the Caribou at the first inciting news. In New York City I met a gent, introduced himself to me. Says, I come from Canada and you can't come over me. Oh yes, I come from Canada and you can't come over me. With 75 upon my back, I came the Douglas way, and at an easy-going pace made 30 miles a day. I landed here without a dime in 1863, but I've been raised in Canada, 'twas nothing new to me. Sure, I was raised in Canada, 'twas nothing new to me. In best of homes, but I was clad, so I was warmly dressed. The wool, it came from Montreal at a place called Canada West. In Williams Creek, they called me Green, and Johnny come lately. Says, I come from Canada, I ain't from the old country. Says, I come from Canada, I ain't from the old country. In just 2 weeks I got a dig which drove away all care. I went over to the wake-up and had a bully square. I danced all night to the broad daylight, and a gal smiled sweet at me. Says, I come from Canada, and I'm on the merry. You bet I come from Canada, and I'm on the merry. Now all young men who are in love, and sure I am their son, don't count your chicks before they're hatched, for they may never come. For when I asked that girl to wed, she only laughed at me. She said, you may come from Canada, but you can't come over me. Yes, you may come from Canada, but you can't come over me. You know, I said to Roland beforehand what I should have done to get a standing ovation is sung "O Canada Now." But we do have one more piece that I think is really touching Canadiana, and we're going to sing 4 of the 88 written verses. was a secret chord that David played and it pleased the Lord. But you don't really care for music, do ya? Well, it goes like this: the fourth, the fifth, the minor fall, the major lift, the baffled king composing hallelujah, 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 Well, your faith was strong, but you needed proof. You saw her bathing on the roof. Her beauty and the moonlight overthrew ya. Well, she tied you to her kitchen chair. She broke your throne and she cut your hair. And from your lips she drew the hallelujah. 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 Maybe I've been here before. I've seen this room and I've walked this floor. I used to live alone before I knew ya. Well, I've seen your flag on the marble arch. Our love is not a victory march. It's a cold and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Maybe there's a God above, but all I've ever learned of love is how to shoot at someone who outdrew ya. Well, it's not a cry that you hear at night. It's not somebody who'll see the light. It's a call and it's a broken hallelujah. 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 Hallelujah.